finished our lesson, and it was mostly chipping. So, can you remind me what we went over?
We went over, I think, what we said in the beginning, like working off of different lies,
Mhm.
and you also helped me kind of adjust my stance
Yeah.
to a more just
More
what do I
neutral.
say? Yeah, a neutral stance, and also knowing how far to stand front of the ball to have like a comfortable distance. I think when I was too close, it kind of got stuck a little bit.
Yeah, you kept getting stuck a little bit between
Exactly.
your legs and
Mhm.
the butt end of the grip.
Mhm.
But what did we do to improve that?
I think we just took a little more space between me and the ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just set up the club
Mhm.
and we put it on the ground and we set ourselves up to the club
Exactly.
to see how far we need to be from it.
So I think I was definitely more aligned to the flag, or like our intended distance, or like our destination.
Yep.
And I think we also worked on tempo. And
Yep.
Yeah, tempo with the swing.
Yep, we worked on tempo between different types of shots, ones that are more in the heavy rough, like back here, and ones that are in the first cut of the green, the fringe, for chipping.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also recommended to you the metronome
Yes,
app,
you did.
so you'll be able to track different settings for your metronome, ones that are slower or faster, and whenever you're practicing around the green, maybe before your round or anything like that, or just usual practice, I just recommended that you use it to warm up and do your sweeping drills, just to take it back and try to just feel in tune with the metronome app, and depending on what type of shot you're hitting, change it up.
Mm-hmm. Also, we learned about de-lofting the club, or
Mhm.
just keeping it neutral depending on where you're,
Yep.
in the deep grass or the short grass, to help get down on the ball a little more in the deep grass, and just
Mhm.
keeping it neutral because there's not a lot of grass on just that first cut. So,
Yep. When I first looked at your swing, it was a little bit of a open stance. You had it opened up to the club, and you adjusted the club to the target, and as such, your stance was pushed off to the right. So we made it more neutral.
mhm.
We decreased your shaft lean to make it easier for you to use the bounce and have more of a consistent contact. And we also gave you a couple of drills, like the sweeping
The
drill
sweeping drill.
with the metronome, and we also used a little bit of that knowledge to also show you a couple other shots, flop shots too, how opening up your club face affects it.
Exactly.
And
And
I think
uphill shots.
Yep. And I think we made a pretty good progress. We also did a little bit of practice with some tough lies that you're having trouble with, and how de-lofting the club might make it a little bit harder. And we also touched on a little bit how it changes how high your club goes,
That's true. Yeah.
your ball goes, yeah.
I think for like the tougher shots, like the uphill, I think definitely feel is incorporated into it, where you might have to bring your club a little higher and kind of sweep it up to get that motion, to get that ball.
Yeah, to help it and stop it from decelerating,
Exactly.
so you can have more consistent distance,
Mhm.
so you don't get it caught in the heavy rough or
Exactly.
anything like that.
I think the biggest thing for that is the club doesn't get stuck on the ground, right?
Yep. So you can just keep one continuous fluid motion, which we are using with the sweeping drills and the metronome.
I think the sweeping drills definitely will help to reset as one of those tells that you've been practicing.
So what would your tells be? You can keep a limit of 3 at most.
I would say definitely the sweeping drill. Sweeping drill would be a tell. Let's see. I think like neutrality. I think that's a good tell. To stay square to the ball.
Okay, so neutral.
Mhm.
That'd be one of yours.
So it's neutral, and then what do we call it?
Whatever works for you.
Yeah, neutral, reset. I think it's a good, like with the sweeping. I think sweeping.
Okay, so
Will be another,
sweeping,
neutral,
neutral
and
for the shaft.
Okay.
And is there anything else, or is that the last one you'd like to have?
I think 3 is always good. So I think maybe loft or de-loft maybe.
Okay,
I don't know.
so what I'd like to mention to you, having all those things in your head, less is better, but if you need it, keep it. If you don't need it, then get rid of it, just stick to 2.
Yeah, I think maybe two for this for like the short game.
Okay. So for shaft lean, you'd like neutral,
Uh-huh.
and for your sweeping and keeping the speed, you'd like sweep.
So yeah, sweep and neutral. I think that would be good
Right.
balance.
So whenever you're hitting shots, try to just keep those simple words in your head and just stick to what your practice routine is, and we'll try to solidify that over the next week.
Exactly.